Let me say good afternoon and recognize the presence of Honourable Reginald Skerrit, the Minister responsible for Housing, Honourable Hector John, the Member of Parliament for the Salisbury constituency, my friend the Honourable Senator Bentley Roye, Mr. Robinson, the Chairman of the Village Council, Mr. Nichols Shanks Esprit, our dear father who prayed for us this afternoon, Mr. Francis Paul, the Advisor General, or General Advisor of this very important program. Let me say good afternoon to all the wonderful residents of Morne Rachette and Kulibistri. It is, and of course, the media present. I want to first of all apologize for being late a bit. I am not normally late. And the reason why I was late is because we were welcoming to the country over 400 new students at the Ross University who will commence the classes this week. So I had to be part of the ceremony in Portsmouth and race back down to get to be here, because I promised the residents, the villagers, that I will come. As long as I'm in the country, I will come to this very important ceremony. But before I go on, I really want to pay particular homage and to express my own personal gratitude on behalf of all the residents of Morne Rachette and Kulibistri to two gentlemen. They passed on, and may God bless the soul. But Little Paul and Perryman John Baptist. While Mr. Francis Paul was the main man who would come and make a presentation and write the letters and the project documents and so forth. But these two gentlemen were exceptionally persuasive in the efforts to get this resource center going. And it speaks to the fact that these gentlemen, they could say, well, look, I have a few dollars, I do not need to be involved in this community activity, I'll stay at my home with my wife and watch the sunset and so forth. But they felt a certain degree of commitment to this community and the generations to come. And they wanted to leave a structure that would help and aid in the overall development of the young people of Morne Rachette and Kulibistri. And what a better legacy they could have left for us here. And I'm sure they're smiling down on us this afternoon, saying, well done, all the people of Morne Rachette. I want to say to you in Morne Rachette and Kulibistri that you have in Mr. Francis Paul one of the most knowledgeable people, not only in these communities, but in Dominica as a whole. And Mr. Paul selflessly labored on this project and ensured that he pushed on and to get this project going on. So the first time he came to my office, wanting to see me, and he told me about the plans to construct a resource center in this community. And he told me the cost of the project. But I said, but why is this estimate so high? I could build a big structure in Vegas for less than $100,000. But I did not have all of the money at the time to give to him. And so I decided to, as the Bible would say, sow a seed in this project. And we gave him a first check of $100,000. And I kept getting calls from him and people who would contact me on his behalf saying, and of course people like Little Paul and Perryman would send messages to me about the need more money. But instead I gave you guys $100,000 plus what you said you have. So I decided to come to Morne Rachette myself to visit the project And when I got there, I saw this massive structure, a massive structure. And you could see that they were struggling to have it completed, and we committed to the additional funds to get them to the point they are in today. Of course, added to the help and the funds raised by you, the community residents. So it says that you do not necessarily have to wait on a prime minister or a government to come to do something for you in your community. That we can start and we can join hands and get it going. I find that in this country today, there are people who put every responsibility on the shoulder, in many cases, of one person called Roosevelt Skerrit, the Prime Minister of the country. If our drains are blocked, we expect the Prime Minister to come and unblock it. If our children don't go to school, when they have buses taking them to school free of charge, they blame me for the children not going to school. But we have to take responsibility of our own future and our own development. And I believe you here in Morne Rachette have demonstrated that you needed a resource center. You went and you negotiated for the land on your own. You got the land on your own. You negotiated the plans on your own. You got the plans on your own. You did the estimates on your own. You got the estimates on your own. You started raising funds, and then you went and you asked for funds. And it is instructive, Mr. Paul, what the Canadians said to you. Go and build it. When you build it, we can assist you with finishing, because they will not do those things for you, because they recognize that it is a community's responsibility to put the infrastructure down, and the other things they can assist with. So it is really a testimony of the vision of the two deceased gentlemen, ably assisted by Mr. Paul and other members of this group, and of course you, the residents of Morne Rachette. But we also must express particular gratitude to Dennis Shillingford, who provided the land, over 17,000 square feet. Over 17,000 square feet of land at no cost to the community, as far as I understand. And in every West Coast community where the Shillingfords have land, they have been able to give back to those communities. Whether it is in St. Joseph, whether it is in Mero, whether it is in Biosh, whether it is in Collier, whether it is in Dubla, they have been able to give to the community at no cost to the community. So my hope is that those persons who have made this kind of selfless contributions to the construction of this facility, that their names will be somewhere on the wall, so that those of us who come to use this facility will be reminded of the commitment and contributions of those individuals. Because we must show gratitude. Sometimes when you hear people say on the talk shows and so on, you don't have to say thanks, it is government giving to you. But the government could have said no. And you would have said, well, the government didn't give it to you. But so it is important for us to teach our children, irrespective of where we get it from, we must say thanks. Thanks to those who have, in fact, given to us this assistance. So for me, it is an exciting joy to be here with you. But sitting here next to my friend, the chairman of the council, Erickson, I recognize that you have no tiles on the floor, and it will become dusty. And I am sure I did not hear the accountant, the treasurer, indicate whether they have any monies left in the credit union account. But I suspect the reason why he didn't mention it is because there is $0 in the account. So, before I leave you, and I leave this podium, I want to make a commitment to providing to your group $30,000 to tile the floor. And of course, Mr. Paul, you know to find me, or Shanks, or Bentley Roy, or my friend Erickson know to find me. That check will be made available to you by Tuesday of next week, God willing. Now, I must say to you that that wasn't budgeted for, but notwithstanding the fact, you will still get it, unlike it is budgeted and you don't get it. I would also like to commit to the village council for the improvement of the road leading up to this facility and beyond the facility, some $70,000 towards the project. And of course, that check will be available on Tuesday of next week, God willing. Oftentimes I hear people criticize the government by saying that we have not done anything for the Salisbury constituency. And that cannot be true at all. We can say that we need more things done, but we cannot say nothing has been done by this government in this constituency. Your students continue to enjoy free bus fare to the schools. Your children are picked up in the morning and brought back home safely. We continue to provide books to the many students who need assistance with books and uniforms. We have provided in excess of $270,000 for the construction of this facility. And I do not want the media to carry that because I don't want Vegas people to hear me. I do not have one yet in my village, where I'm from. But I commit to them that I will construct one in my next 5-year term as PAL Rep and as Prime Minister of the country. Because I recall when I came here some time ago, you told me that your major challenge was the road coming up to the village. And we delivered that road to you, the residents of Morne Rachette. And we shall continue on our path to assist you with the housing issues. I have asked for the list of the number of people who do not have washrooms in these communities so that we can make some resources available to the council towards the eradication of pit latrines, not only in these communities, but the entire country. And that we have the resources for it. The Minister for Housing is there. He has a lot of money for housing, well in excess of $10 million for housing. So Morne Rachette, Salisbury, Holy Mystery will get their fair share of the monies available for housing. So I really want to thank you for inviting me to this ceremony and to say to you that it has been an exceptional journey. And I want to give my friend Mr. Francis Paul an additional responsibility of recording that journey from when you started to now, and to let people understand that it is through hard work, it is through discipline that we can get things done. Things do not come easily. Things do not come easily. We have to work hard to do what we have to do. But I have always known the people of Morne Rachette to be very hardworking people. You have your own economic and social challenges, but you are a people full of pride and determination, and you will continue to achieve once we all work together towards achieving this. I really want to thank you again for inviting me, and may God bless you, may God bless our efforts, and may God bless this beautiful country, Dominica. Thank you very much.